party peeps, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are working on day 9 in December daily, and day 9 I just wanted to document at first I was going to do a letter to Santa last year, and I think like every year almost I've done a letter to Santa, but I wasn't really feeling the letter to Santa situation this year, and I don't think Joshua was feeling the letter to Santa situation this year, so instead these were tags that Allie made available during the December daily prep party, and I modified it. So you'll see that I removed thankful for, I think, and I changed it to favorite memory of 2021 just in Photoshop. And then I printed our names, I did some foiling, we did some tags, and then I made a vellum pocket, and then I have this photo that I printed using Amy Gretchen has a video on how to make your bouquet shaped on your phone. So I used her video to put some star bouquet on my Christmas tree, and that is day 9. So if you want to see how this came together, please keep watching. Alright, party people, so let's switch gears. So this page had a lot of twists and turns before I got to where I started. I originally had planned on making pockets for my tags using cardstock, and so I pulled out this dark green cardstock because I thought the dark green cardstock would look really cool on the that tree paper background. And the tree paper that I'm using is from the digital paper add-on. It's from the 10x8 add-on that you can buy. I bought the digitals just because I prefer to be able to print things and resize things over and over. So here I am fussing with some vellum because I finally decided that I was going to use vellum to make my tag pocket versus some cardstock. And honestly, it's just the cardstock seems too dramatic against this background, and I played with it for probably 20 minutes before giving it up and going to the vellum. So here I am measuring my tag, and I said in my intro, I modified the tag. So these tags end up being printed 3.5 inches wide by like almost 6 inches tall. I took it in Photoshop and then I just enlarged it so it would be the size that I wanted it, and then used some tools to move some things around and add some extra text, and just played with Photoshop. Allie has a great hybrid class if you've never worked with Photoshop for memory keepers, and I always recommend people take her hybrid class if you're new to using any sort of digital manipulation for your scrapbooking. But there you saw me pull out my scoreboard. I ended up cutting my vellum down. I left it the 8.5 inches wide, and I cut it to 9 inches tall, and then scored it at the 4-inch line so that the back of it is a little bit higher than the front of it. And I based the shape of my my vellum pocket on the canvas tags that you could have bought as an add-on. I looked at it a few times. I liked that the back of it was taller than the front, and so that's how I based the shape of my tags. And I just used some score tape to stick the sides of the tags down, and then put a tiny strip of it down the middle to create 2 pockets. This is like literally the only time I use score tape. Score tape's not my favorite, but the only time I use score tape is when I'm making pockets like this, because it helps me put the tape down before I start sticking things down, so I can make sure things are in the correct place before I remove the release paper. And from here we're just embellishing. So my tags have our names, and I use the one little word digital stamp from Allie Edwards. A lot of my digitals are from Allie. I just really like her stuff. So I used the one little word digital stamp, and then I printed it on cardstock with my laser printer and foiled it with my Mink. This is episode 100 of how many things can I foil and make shiny in my album, and probably every other day we'll have something. No, I should take a break from the foiling. Maybe like 3 or 4 more days we'll have something foiled by the time the month is over. So now I'm just working on embellishing my tags, and what I do to one tag, I do the same to the same tag. I pulled out some ideology embellishments. These are the snowflakes, and they're metal embellishments, and they have little rhinestones on them, and I love them so much. And then I pulled out some felt hearts from, I'm pretty sure these are from the last year release, and I'm using some embroidery floss to first just tie the snowflake, to the heart, and then tie that to the tag. And I use embroidery floss to do this first because the hole on the snowflake is really, really small, and I knew I wouldn't be able to fit anything else through it. And then I pulled out some velvet trim. This is also from Ideology, and I think I got this last year, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a pack of velvet trim in Christmas color. So I just used the 2 shades of green, and I used the velvet trim to attach the name tag to the bigger tag, and then also to just have some ribbon going through the bigger tag. The tag template did have a place where you're supposed to punch the hole, so I just used my power punch, which you can see kind of hanging off to the side of my desk, to punch the hole in. And then I fuss about with the ribbon for a little bit just so that it looks the way I wanted it to. I wanted to make sure that the shiny side of the velvet was top up, so I like fiddle with the ribbon for probably way too long until I got it. And my favorite way to attach ribbon to a tag is to just fold the ribbon in half, feed it through the hole, and then wrap it up on itself. That way it's pretty secure and doesn't require any staples. And then I pop that right into the pocket. And the same thing I do on Joshua's tag, I do the exact same thing on my tag, just with a different color green ribbon. So I'm not going to make you watch me do that because it's the same thing. Literally, I just took some red embroidery floss, I tied the snowflake charm to the heart to the tag, and then used some velvet ribbon to feed it through. And then after I did all of the tying on with the ribbons, I took my scissor and then trimmed the excess off. I'm really big fan of these American craft scissors. They're super sharp and they're gold, and I have a thing for shiny things, if you can't tell. I think I'm partially a magpie and I just collect shiny things. So that's pretty much what I did with the tags. The tags now go in the vellum pocket. I'm just checking to make sure that they look the way they're supposed to. I'm really happy with them. And I'm working on my photo. So like I said in my intro, I have the photo that I printed on photo paper of my star bouquet, and I just came home from work. I had a really trying day at work, which is the other reason why this page was kept pretty simple, because sometimes when I get home from really tough days, creating anything like fills me up. So I like coming home to knit, I like coming home to spin. Just the act of doing something with my hands tends to help me feel a lot more centered and a lot better. So I just wanted to come home and work on my album and make something fun and easy. So I use this Fa La La is from Kerry Bradford. You can buy the digitals on her website. I printed it on vellum and foiled it in the same gold foil that I foiled our names on. And I just wanted to make sure that there was something shiny on both sides of the spread to tie the spread together. And I love the way that picture came out with the star bouquet. I think it's really fun. I'm probably going to have to do that again. It's a really easy technique too. I will not explain it to you. I'll let you watch Amy's video because she does a much better job of explaining it. And now I'm pulling out that acrylic 9, that's from Colorcast Designs. It's from last year. And I pulled out a vellum shaker tag, which I'm pretty sure is from this year from Allie, and I put that underneath the 9 just to have something to put underneath the 9. And I really liked the vellum on the vellum on the vellum. That's the other thing that I'm repeating across both elements is the vellum. And like I said, my favorite thing to do to help tie a spread together is to just repeat elements. So there's foil on both sides of the spread, there's vellum on both sides of the spread, and then I put vellum again under my number 9 because it has the stars and it has some sparkle. I thought about tying an embellishment onto the number 9, but I thought there were enough embellishments on this page and I just wanted the 9 to be the forefront. So I'm just using another bit of velvet trim, this time in that dark red color, and tying it on to my tag, which I'm then going to adhere to my vellum pocket with some tape runner. And I just use my Scotch tape runner for all this. I use my Scotch tape runner to stick the the vellum envelope to the background paper, and then I'm using it again to stick the vellum tag. I know it's vellum. I want to say velvet because I'm using both textures. And then I just trimmed the excess off, and that completes day 9. I kept it really easy, really simple. I had a lot of fun working on this page. I think it's like, I was talking to Joshua about this, that I think it's pretty neat to have really involved pages. So for day 8, I made that big shaker thing with sewing and everything else. And for day 9, we're keeping it nice and easy with a pocket and a little bit of story. And also, this is the only way I get Joshua's handwriting into my album. So I had to make him write a letter. So that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Let me know if you found some inspiration here and how you're doing in your December daily album. And that's that. So I will see you for day 10 tomorrow. So until next time, keep your crafting, have the very best day, and I'll see you around. Bye for now.